Hoon Kim is Chief Exterior Designer on the Cadillac Optiq. And Hoon, tell us what you did here.
All right.
What did you set out to achieve with the design of this car?
So let me talk about what the result was first. In short, Optiq looks like how it feels to drive. That was the whole thing from the beginning of the program. When we normally get a program, we look at a lot of options. We do hundreds of sketches to not miss any opportunities. But in this case, because we knew what the Optiq was gonna be from the day one of the program so clearly, working together with John and his team, we were able to set our direction, just focus right on the sporty, youthful, exciting exterior that fits the character of the Optiq.
Mm-hmm. So let's get into some of the details. Show me what you've got here.
All right, so to achieve what I just talked about, from the front end of the Optiq, just like every other Cadillac, we have shield grille, but the Optiq shield grille is unique in its proportion. It's slimmer and looks lighter to add to the sporty, youthful appearance. And it goes wonderfully into the horizontal turn and then finishes off the whole front end with the Cadillac signature vertical lamp. And they're all lit and they're all animated and perfectly harmonized to greet the owners as they approach the Optiq. And we call it choreography, Cadillac brand character.
So that's an important point, that you've gone with a smaller sort of grille-like, or the shield as you call it.
Yeah, yes, the height is shorter than other Cadillacs. They are more bold.
Not as bold, maybe a little bit more understated?
You can say that, and the understatement, I think it fits the character of the Optiq as well, because at first it looks somewhat friendlier, but easier to approach than other Cadillacs. But once you start driving, that's where the surprise comes in.
And you've connected the badge with this horizontal light bar that then goes into the vertical headlamps that flank it. Why did you tie them all together, not have them separate?
Well, I think tying all this graphical element together adds another level of youthfulness, because when everything is separated and bold and they tend to compete each other, but when you start integrating these components all together, you get more holistic appearance, which younger people appreciate more.
You've also put some nice creases into the hood, I think to give it more definition, sportiness.
That's correct. So overall, what we hold on to as a brand character is shield grille, vertical lamp, and then dynamic appearance from the side view. And all those creases that you just mentioned add to the sportiness overall.
It adds some tension to it.
Absolutely.
And this windshield, that is fast. That's really laid back. I mean...
Glad you captured that, because that's something that we felt really important. One of the few very important elements from the side view to add the sporty persona to the Optiq. And the windshield angle, yes, this is in fact almost as fast as other sportier vehicles that we have done, like Celestiq even, our super sedan.
Now, is that for aero or for appearance or both?
Both. You got it. You nailed it. So for the appearance, what it does is it goes into the really sleek low upper, again helped by the full glass roof, compared with the proportion from the upper to the lower that together generates a sporty appearance. It kind of there's a nice contrast in the showroom between this and the Lyriq, for that matter, because the Lyriq is a little bit more upright. There's a powerful front on the Lyriq that's leading the whole vehicle, where the Optiq, it's everything is in harmony to generate this speedy appearance.
I see too that you've got this black marking around the wheel wells. I'm guessing that's to make the body look lighter and to maybe add more emphasis to the size of the wheels?
That's, yes, both. The black graphic, wheel opening molding, and the rocker detail that are all finished in high gloss black gives you a nice contrast to the body. And yes, you nailed it. It gave us a chance to balance the body color to the black from the side view to again create this light, nimble look.
Of course, in black ones you lose all that, but the black ones I've seen look terrific.
Yes, all Cadillacs work look great in black, right? That's why even in black painted optics, we have this lower and upper moldings to do the same a light sporty graphic as the black moldings do for the other body colors.
And recessed door handles.
Yes,
too.
yeah, we love them. They're flush. They're a lot easier on the air. They just finish the car off with this fresher look.
Of course, one of the real graphic design elements that show up are this. I don't know. You describe it. What's here on the?
So
rear
we call it
three-quarter?
quarter window. So because after we found the perfect proportion from the side view, we put a lot of thought into this quarter area. Now we were able to put this Cadillac precision graphic between the two panes of glass. This pattern is inspired by the Cadillac emblem. We're echoing the same pattern all the way around the car, interior and exterior. And this part, I love it because when we sketch cars, we love to sketch cars with the empathic lines that has no beginnings or ends to really show our emotions from designers. When the time comes to execute it, the challenge is those empathic emotional lines, you have to try to put it in sheet metal glass with the hard ends and parting lines and flushiness that we all have to concerned about. But with this graphic, it kind of gave us the opportunity to really translate that emotion into an automobile with all these hard parts.
Let's talk about the rear end here.
So the rear, the highlight of the rear, I think, is the vertical tail lamps, upper and lower, all work visually with where the tires are. So when you look at the Optiq next time, if you get a chance to follow one, you'll remember what I said. Those tail lamps, upper and lower, with the camber, the tire, they just work perfectly to create this amazing stance that is super important to creating a sporty vehicle.
Yeah. And you really spent time in the wind tunnel or with your CFD work,
Absolutely.
right, to get the aero. Can you quote me an aero number? Do you have that?
I wouldn't quote the numbers, but we know it is competitive in the segment, and it does help the Optiq to be competitive in that department too. And a lot of shapes towards the rear of the Optiq were driven more than half by the aero, but we love the challenge. That really gives us a challenge to sketch more, ideate more, to come up with the better ideas to work with the aero team, and the result was great. One of the highlight on the rear, this is a flow-through spoiler. Air goes in here, exits here, helps to keep the air clean in that area, which is good for aero. But at the same time, the stream of air helps the window also clean. So that's why we were able to delete the wiper. But to make sure that the driver always has a clear view towards the rear, the team made the rear camera standard. So every Optiq comes with this full display mirror inside. So whether the window is clean or not, you always have a clear vision.
And you've got a pretty fast backlight here too, the back window.
Yes, so back window, maybe you go a little bit further away to capture the whole side view. After we set the fast windshield angle, yes, we spent a lot of time to find the best angle for the rear window as well, in combination with the quarter window graphic. And if you look at where the wheels and tires are, they're all the way out to the corners. So those wheels, 20 and 21s, low and slick roof, fast windshield, and the fast back angle with the window graphic, I think we got all these ingredients to create this exciting side view for the Optiq.
The fast backlight really gives it a sporty look.
Oh yes, I think the balance is pretty amazing with the front.
And you're right, very little front or rear overhang.
Yes, that's
what you mean, pushing the tires out to the corner.
Right. I mean, people might not be able to pinpoint what it is, but all the things that I mentioned, they do see that Optiq looks nimble and sporty, and it looks fun to drive.
Hoon, I've asked you a bunch of questions. What am I missing? What would you add?
Well, I think if I were to walk into a Cadillac dealership and look at this car and other offers, For me, it's this one because it just fits my preference. It is my persona. It's sporty, and it has everything that I need. What more do you need in this luxury market? It's premium. It's quiet when you want it to be. It's fun when you want it to be, and the appearance just reflects what the car is. That's all I need.
Perfect. Hoon, thanks so much.
All right. Thank you very much.